Thank you for choosing Gina the Botina DIY Jean Embroidery Kit. Before we get started, you want jeans that have already been washed multiple times so they don't shrink later on, and note that it's easier to stitch with jeans that are thinner, but thicker jeans can still be used. Start by taking the water-soluble sticker and peel off the backing. Place the sticker slightly into the pocket so it looks like the flowers are coming out of it. If you're working with a smaller pocket and the sticker doesn't fit inside, you can place the sticker just outside of the pocket, and when you stitch the stems, you'll just start slightly lower so that the stems are coming out of the pocket. Press firmly on the sticker so that it fully adheres. Take your embroidery hoop and loosen the screw on top. Separate the inner and outer rings. Place the inner ring inside of the jeans, then press the outer ring on top and tighten until snug. You don't want to pull too much as it can distort the fabric, and if you take long breaks, you want to take it out of the hoop to ensure it doesn't stretch the fabric. If the denim is too thick for the hoop, the embroidery can be done without one, and you want to just keep the fabric taut with your hands as you stitch. Pull out 1 arm's length of embroidery thread, about 20 to 24 inches, and cut it. Embroidery thread is made up of 6 strands, and some stitches will call for 2 strands while others will call for 4. Separate thread 1 strand at a time by pulling on 1 strand while pinching the rest of the thread. Do this twice for 2 strands and 4 times for 4 strands, then bring the strands back together. This helps prevent tangles. Place the thread through the eye of the needle until you have a couple inches sticking out. This side does not have a knot, so you have to hold the thread and the needle at the bottom of the needle while stitching. On the other end, we just do basic knots. For the 2 strands, do 4 knots, and for the 4 strands, just do 2 knots. The stem stitch calls for 2 strands. Bring the needle up at the bottom of the stem and stop once a knot hits the back of the fabric. Go forward 1 stitch length and go back down into the jeans, but don't fully pull all the way through, and stop once you have a small loop. Using your left hand, pull the loop towards the left side. Bring the needle back up in the middle of the stitch and pull it to the right all the way through until it's fully taut. You want to ensure you stay consistent in the direction by pushing the looped floss to the left and pulling the thread through the middle until it's taut on the right hand side. All of the stems will be done with the same stitch, and for the lavender, you won't go all the way to the top and instead will stop right before it branches out to the 3 lines. After your last stitch, you'll do 1 stitch forward to the base of the flower. The leaves call for a chain stitch with 2 strands. Bring the needle up at the base of the stem and pull it until it's taut. Insert the needle back down in the same hole or in the same area, but don't pull it all the way through, and stop once you get a small loop. Bring the needle up through the loop and pull in the opposite direction. Bring the needle right above the loop to tack it in place and place it back down into the fabric. For the greenery, you'll do multiple detached chain stitches for the leaves after doing the stem stitch. When you have about 3 to 4 inches of thread left, you want to finish it on the back. On the inside of the jeans, place a needle under a couple nearby stitches and pull it partially through until you form a loop. Place a needle through the loop and pull it until it forms a knot. Repeat this 1 more time. Using scissors, cut off excess thread so that there's a small tail. We want to complete all of the greenery on the top half before we go to the flowers. For the lavender, we'll do a straight stitch with 4 strands. Bring the needle up from the tip of the petal and go back into the fabric at the stem. When you do both sides, you want to make sure you go over the stem to fully cover it. For the flowers, we'll go back to the detached chain stitch, otherwise known as a lazy daisy stitch. Bring the needle up at the base of the petal, then go back down in the same spot or area until you form a small loop. Bring the needle back up at the loop of the petal and through the loop and pull in the opposite direction. Place the needle right over the loop to tack it in place. It's easiest to do all the flowers that are the same color and then go back and repeat with the other colors. Note that the base of where you want to start the loop varies on the style of the flower. If the petals go downwards, you'll create the loop starting from the top. If the petals go out from the center, you want to have your base to be in the center and work from the center outwards. For the daisies with the base in the center like this one, you don't always have to start in the same exact spot, as it can make it harder to get your stitches to go through by the 4th or 5th loop. In this case, you can go slightly outside of the center, and this will make it easier when we do the French knot, which will be at the end. Once you get the daisies done, we'll finish the top half by doing French knots. French knot calls for 4 strands. Pull the needle up through the back of the fabric, then hold onto the thread with your non-dominant hand. Wrap the thread around the needle twice, then place a needle in a nearby spot but not the same exact hole you came up from. Continue holding the thread taut with your non-dominant hand until the knot is almost formed, then release. If you have issues with this knot, make sure you don't go back into the fabric in the same exact hole you came up from, and make sure you always hold tension on the thread with your non-dominant hand. I did French knots on the daisies where the petals were facing downwards, as well as the ones where the petals are going outwards. Now we've got the top half embroidered, let's move on to the bottom half. Peel the back of the sticker off and place it along the bottom edge of the pocket. Press it down firmly to ensure that it sticks. Next is a split back stitch with 2 strands. Coming up from the pocket, go forward 1 stitch length and go back down. From the back side, go forward 1 stitch length and come up, then go backwards to split the first stitch. Because there are curves on the vines, these will be tiny stitches in order to keep the level of detail. For the vines, you want to stitch almost to the edge of the pocket to ensure that it looks like the vines are trailing out. For the leaves, we go back to the detached chain stitch, which we know so well by now. Because we have less area to work with within the pocket, I recommend bringing the needle down at an angle. Once you're done, loosen the screw and remove the hoops. The sticker is water soluble, so either place the sticker under lukewarm water and gently rub the design away until it dissolves, or soak it in lukewarm water for a few minutes, then rub the sticker away. Lay flat or hang to dry. When washing, ensure the jeans are inside out in order to protect the stitches. Wash with cold water and on a gentle cycle. Enjoy!